So One UI 7 is almost here. Let's do our final preview based off everything we've learned in the last few weeks. Welcome back to SamMobile TV. You're here with Daniel. We thought we would do one final wrap up of One UI 7 before the beta officially drops. We have done two One UI 7 preview videos already. We're not going to cover off what we've already covered in those. If you want to, go back and watch them because that's sort of the early stuff. What we want to do now is cover the stuff towards the end of the process. Starting with some really strange news. No more DeX. Samsung have announced through some really fine print text on their website that they are discontinuing Samsung DeX for Windows. We can all calm down. When One UI 7 drops, that support for that software will end. Not Samsung DeX entirely, like the internet is sort of having you believe, and especially in some of the comment sections of the videos that I've been seeing, just the Samsung DeX for Windows. In that fine print, Samsung have said that they are asking people to use or migrate to link to Windows. Effectively, that platform's the same. You can't actually use them at the same time. If you go to use Samsung DeX for Windows, you need to stop using link to Windows. It's a whole muddy waters thing. So I think it's okay that they're discontinuing that support, even if it's a little disappointing. The other omission that people have spotted is edge panels. The convenient little panels that you pull out from the side. Samsung have said that they are no longer supporting the ability to download third-party ones. Again, this is not replacing, or you're not losing the first-party ones. You will lose the ability to go into the edge panels. So when you swipe out, you see little settings. There is an option here for Galaxy Store. This is currently One UI 6.1, where you can go in and you can see some third-party ones that you can download. These are being discontinued. So if you'd like and want some of these third-party ones that are on here, go in and download them now, because from One UI 7, these will go. You will still have them on your edge panels if you've downloaded them before, but afterwards you can't access it at all. Of course, as I said, this first-party ones will still be here. So it's not panic stations for that. These are still going to exist. What we've got next is a bit of a look at the lock screen on One UI 7. There appears to be some new sort of interactivity through something down here called the Now bar. This is just a still image, so I don't quite have the option to tap on it other than zooming in. What this looks like it's going to be is, I guess, something that's happening now on your phone. Sort of lining up with that is Samsung have got what we can see here as a new animation to go with that. That sort of brings up the lock screen media player, and the animation is smooth. Like you click on it and it sort of expands out in a really smooth and nice fashion. Really looking forward to seeing that interactivity. I think that's kind of what Samsung have been missing, is that little fun flair. It's not making or breaking the phone experience. It's just a nice extra touch. It's something that Apple do really well. And then going along with that, along the same line, is the control panel, or the quick panel. I can't believe I just called it a control panel. Samsung have managed to keep their own personal flavor on the quick panel. As you can see here, you've got it broken down into different sections. I really like the option with this line here that you'll be able to expand that down. But I think the fact everything's got the right sort of curvature, you've got things like media controls, you've got brightness and volume controls sort of stacked there, plus the access to control smart things and access smart things. It's a really well laid out, clean and well thought user interface. I think this should make operating these toggles really, really easy. I am looking forward to seeing how that sort of ties in with the notification side of things. We haven't really seen that properly yet, apart from the hands-on that we did a few weeks ago. So curious to see how it all sort of ties in together, but that's looking good so far. All of this you can find on our website. What you can also find on there is access to APKs of two One UI 7 apps that the internet seems to have found. The first one is the clock app, and you can see the new icon or new logo app icon for the clock app. And the other one is the calendar, which you can see in the app drawer there. I did add them to a folder, and what was really odd about that is they, especially the calendar, reverted back to the old icon, which I found strange, but rest assured it's the new version. Starting with the clock app, I want to show some of the new stuff that Samsung have put in. There's two real new stuff, new features. Aesthetic wise, it's very similar, but the features are cool. The first one is that there is a new setting where you can actually use the same volume for all alarms. And this slider will, as you can hear it now, is going to allow you to control the same volume for every single alarm. That gets put on by default once you sort of get updated to this new app. If you want to change it to different volume, you do just have to go back in and turn that on, and then you can change that. The other new thing that you might have noticed on the home screen of the clock app when I turned it on was that you now have groupings for alarms. So as you can see here, I've created 3 groupings: exercise, work, and wake up. And when you hit the 3 dots, there is a thing called alarm groups that you can add and control the groupings of alarms. So if I go into exercise, I go to the plus button and I can add an alarm straight into that group. I did think there would be a way maybe to be able to drag and drop these alarms in, but there's not. You just have to hold it down and hit move, and you can choose the alarm group that you'd like to move it into. So you can just do wake up for that, move, and now it's in there. The beauty of this is you can control all of these alarms just from this little button here. Whereas if, let's say, for example, I want to have 2 of them set in. So if I want to move this one in, let's move into wake up, move, turn them both on. So one will go off at 6, one will go off at 7. So if you're someone who needs some help waking up, that could be a really good one. As far as the calendar goes, myself personally, I didn't notice too much of a visual change. There is some sort of side-by-side comparisons on our website that you can go take a look at. But the main ones really is that the widgets look a bit different, and you can see some new icons, especially the gallery icon is visible in there, the new One UI 7 one. Outside of that though, I haven't noticed any function change myself, but go to our website, there's a bit of a deep dive into that on there. The links for downloading both of these are also there as well. We are mere days away from One UI 7 beta dropping, so make sure you hit subscribe to SamMobile TV. Also go to our website, make sure you turn notifications on for any articles and links that we post. We're going to be the place to be for One UI 7. See you guys next time. Thanks.